like me to speak in complete English or Taglish? Okay, sige. So, for today, our discussion is about building confidence and self-esteem, but not only that, I would love to share to you my beautiful love story. This is not a love story between a man and a woman, but this is my beautiful love story. So I was diagnosed of schizophrenia when I was 16, like your age. So I was then eventually diagnosed as with bipolar disorder. Okay, so I think some of the few people who have spoken with you are also with the same condition as mine, right? So what happened ba kay ate? Bakit siya nagkaroon ng condition? So, may kodigo ako for today para lang alam ko yung flow ng ikaw-kwento ko sa inyo, okay? Okay lang ba?
Yes!
Alright, so, nung 16 ako, I was in college, first year college, nakagraduate ko lang ng high school. Siyempre, di ba? Bago mag-college, high school muna. And then, I am hearing voices and seeing things that hindi nakikita ng ibang tao. It is because of my condition. And hindi siya normal. Hindi siya something that you can see in everyday life. So, if you will ask me kung anong nangyari, there are three main reasons that I can think of. First, hereditary. My father's side, most of my aunties and my cousins, they have the same condition as mine, and also other conditions. Second is environmental. When I was in high school, I was living in Caloocan. That's in North Caloocan, and North Caloocan is like a province. So North Caloocan, when I started my college years, I moved to Universidad de Manila in Manila. So as you know, iba yung culture. Iba yung culture when you get out of a province like community versus sa community we're in. It's very different. Let's just say like that. And then, also triggering events in childhood trauma. So when I was a kid, this is a trigger warning. I had been sexually abused and also broken-hearted when I was 16. So, hindi ko na i-elaborate yung nangyari, but sometimes we will think na rejection is something na menial, meaningless, but it's not. Like everyone receives rejection throughout their life and it shapes who they are right now. Now, how did I cope with those struggles that I have? First step is really acceptance. I believe that vulnerability is a strength. That's why I share my story. I share my story not just to you, but to the people that I encountered. Because I know that my story speaks volume, and it can encourage anyone who is experiencing the same. Now, in acceptance is growth begins when we start to accept our own weaknesses. Sabi ni Jean earlier. Now, it has been a long journey for me to accept what I had experienced. Being diagnosed with mental disorder is not something you can just easily accept. For me and also through my family. I remember my eldest brother said, nung na-diagnose ako is, hindi ganun yung kapatid ko. Kami ang nagpalaki sa kanya. So, if the people around you don't believe that you have that condition, naniniwala ka rin. You will believe in yourself and you will believe that you will come out of it. So, It motivated me to be better and also to feel better. Few more years in the same university, I had to leave on my third year because of my condition. Not only because of my condition, but because I am causing harm to my classmates. It wasn't easy to share that, but I know that it's something that can encourage you to be kind to one another. So, on that year, 2012, I had to stay at home. So, I'm taking medication and I'm just staying at home. And then my best friend then encouraged me to start working. So, in 2013, I was hired in Convergys. Convergys is a BPO company. So, and we also offered an educational assistance program. So, since hindi ko natapos yung college years, 2015, I started studying University of the Philippines, Open University. And then I graduated in 2017. Not only that finishing college was my goal, but also I helped myself to be able to finish it. Now, what did I learn through all of that? I learned to acknowledge and embrace my feelings without judgment. I also reminded myself of my past achievements and celebrated my small accomplishments. When I was working, so even before the distance education, the Open University before, meron na dati, matagal na siya. I think it was 1995 when UP Open University was created. So, speaking of reminding yourself of your past achievements, I remember one time when my diploma was delivered by a post. So, dumating siya sa bahay namin. And you know what? Nandun ako sa part ng buhay ko that I was at my lowest. And then, idadating na diploma sa harapan mo. And you will be encouraged. And you will find that malayo na pala yung narating ko. It's not simply just a piece of paper, but that's my hard work. So I encourage you all to be at your best and work and study hard. Not just study hard, but really learn. I think that's one thing I would like to get from this speech that I have today. Now, akala nyo yun na yun, di pa. So, even with the degree, even with the work, my friends and family, it still happened again. Nagka-episode ulit ako. Only because I skipped medication. And I felt that there was something missing. So I did learn to develop the power of patience. Self-compassion is simply giving the same kindness to ourselves that we would give to others. So I learned to take it easy and be kind to yourself. One thing my auntie from my father's side always told me, take it easy. Take it easy. But still, you have to focus on your goal. So even if I'm saying this, that take it easy, it's meaning don't be hard on yourself. Pag bumagsak sa exam, galingan sa susunod. That's just it. And then, develop positive self-talk and mindset. So yung activity natin kanina was not just about us, it's not just about us seeing ourselves as confident. But I hope whatever you feel during that activity, it will stay on you. Gusto ko ma-feel nyo na, yun ako, I'm confident. And I wanted that to stick with you. I also surrounded myself with supportive people. And after few other companies, in few other episodes, I am currently working on the best place to work. And when I started here, I just got off of one episode with suicidal tendencies. So that was the first time in my life that I had suicidal tendencies. And that was July of 2012. I actually tried to overdose with antihistamine. It's very funny, antihistamine, because I think I still believe that my life is valuable. I don't know if you have watched one movie of Eugene Domingo na nag-overdose siya sa vitamin C. It's something similar to that. Now you can relate. That's a very funny story because vitamin C, I don't think it's gonna let you overdose. So during that day, I posted that I wanted to die in Facebook, and my friends kept messaging me. One of my friends from Dubai messaged me, and we had a video call. She told me to open the lights because it's very dark. So that was the first step, to come out to another space. Kasi madilim eh. And there's going to be a lot of things that you will have in your mind if that's the situation. So, you know what she did? She introduced me to the Lord. So when she introduced me to the Lord, it changes everything. It changes everything because the missing part that I had, it has been filled. And I was encouraged to seek Him more. It wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy journey. Remember, that was July 2022. It was a gradual process. It took me a year to be able to be in the same position that I am right now. I remember during that time that my supervisor was with me during our coaching session. So in the call center industry, you'll have coaching sessions with your manager. And every time na meron kaming coaching session, I was just crying. Imagine that. Dapat pinag-uusapan namin yung stats ko, pero no. I was crying myself. Kasi I felt I wanted to die. That was it. There's no direction. My stats are good, my work is fine, I have a family, I have supportive friends. There's something missing. And that gradual approach is the reason I am here. Now, I recently got promoted at work, and I'm currently attending seminar, conferences, in self-development and all, because I wanted to still grow. Not just my growth with God, but also in my personal growth. Now, when we say growth, setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into visible. As Tony Robbins said. Tony Robbins is a motivational speaker in the US, and in his speech, he emphasized the value of mental health and its connection to our overall well-being and success. So I just wanted to share briefly to you about goal setting. I'm not sure if you have heard about SMART. Have you? Yes, you did. That's nice. So it should be specific, measurable, achievable. Wow, very good. That's nice to hear that you already have come through that. So, hindi ko na papagawain with SMART, but I would like to share this to you. In a recent conference I attended, we were told that dreams do not come true. Do you believe that? You know what? Dreams do not come true, but visions do. And what's the difference? Vision is a dream with a timeline. That's from Sir Jason Long. So, in this, we should encourage you to help ourselves by prioritizing self-care. Self-care is just waking up daily to take a bath. When you're on the deepest part of your depression, you don't want to take care of yourself. Even doing toothbrush, wala. Paliligo, kailangan mo talagang i-push yung sarili mo to do it. We should also have a scheduled quality sleep, exercise regularly and healthy. Alam ko mataba si ate, pero isa yan sa mga ginagawa ko. Now, I encourage you to find your purpose and align it with your passion. I will share to you a short clip about Michael Phelps, just a brief background. Michael Phelps is the most decorative athlete. Bakit? Siya yung pinakamadaming medal. So, ang dami na nakasabit sa leg niya. Kaya yun yung tawag sa kanya. But you know what? He still suffered from anxiety and depression. With all of the achievements that he has, he still has suffered. And he actually encourages people to seek help because help is always available. With all the, tayo simple tao lang tayo eh. But this person surpasses everything of our achievements already, pero he still seek help. And that's most important. Now, he actually has a documentary about, entitled AMPS, and I would like to share that to you after this night. So, I just wanted to summarize that confidence is courage. Do you believe in that? Yes. Amen. So, acceptance, my journey began with accepting my feelings and mental health challenges, embracing emotion like anxiety and sadness. By acknowledging these feelings and celebrating small achievements, I built the foundation for growth and recognized my inner strength. Dahil pagod na akong magsalita, can you read patience? I learned the importance of patience and self-kindness, treating myself with the same compassion I offer a friend. Instead of harsh criticism, I practice positive self-talk, embrace imperfections, and allow myself to heal at my own pace, surrounding myself with supportive people. I hope and I pray that you do the same. I know that malayo pa yung pupuntahan nyo, and malayo pa yung magiging future nyo. I hope that you can also read the last thing. The final key to my mental journey was setting small, achievable goals by focusing on simple self-care and a regular sleep schedule, exercise, and healthy eating. I felt more balanced and less overwhelmed. Each small accomplishment boosted my confidence and contributed to my overall well-being. Thank you so much. So, the growth is just not for me. It's also for you. And, college na kayo, di ba? No. Not yet. Sa senior high pa lang. Okay. So, in choosing the thing that you will do sa senior high nyo, I hope that mahanap niyo siya. So, we will play the video about Michael Phelps.
5:46 this morning, the greatest Olympian of all time, appearing in a documentary tackling those children with anxiety and depression. Here's a clip of Michael Phelps appearing in the film X.
Even with everything that has happened at that point, I still like it so much. If something is bothering me that starts to come up and I start to get angry or depressed or upset, I would almost
Right. So basically, the part, yung interview was just about, they are introducing yung documentary ni Michael Phelps. The title is Ants. I haven't watched it, but I encourage you to watch it. And this is my purpose in life. Though, nagtataka kayo, nasan yung love story, no? Nagtataka kayo kung nasan yung love story. Now, kids, my beautiful love story is pertaining to my relationship with God. It was the beautiful love story that I have. Kasi I was seeking love from people around me, which I can only find in Jesus. Because I accepted Christ as my Savior. He died and rose again to save you and me. I wouldn't be in front of you if I were not pursued by the Creator. So I hope and I pray that you also find your purpose. And I hope that you remember that being confident comes from knowing your purpose. So my purpose is to encourage everyone in the joy of my spirit to find God while inspiring others through my mental health redemption journey. Our purpose comes from our relationship with the Lord. And may God bless you always.
Or yung skills mo na gano'n. Not everyone also has that innate, kumbaga, comfort. Di ba yun yung yung confidence, kanina pinadefine ko sa inyo. It's not really about the achievements, but nasa yung sense of comfort mo with yourself na regardless of the outward achievements or whichever, di ba? Nandun ka pa rin sa sense of comfort mo. Tama? Does it mean ba kapag hindi ako achiever, hindi ako pala-resign, hindi na ako confident? Okay, so that is also the reason why it is important that we bank on or mag-invest tayo sa mga skills or sabihin natin hindi lang, kumbaga pang inward na growth natin. Buzzword na ni Ate Cors yun, tama? Growth mindset. We need to invest in skills, etc. Pagiging mabuting tao. May nakita ko kaninang, sino ba yung nagsulat ng kanina na gano'n? Na gusto niya mag-earn achievements at the same time become a good person. So, yeah. So, meron dito sa table na yun, which is good. Kasi, the thing is that, ayun nga ang next question ko is, bakit ba, so naintindihan na natin ang confidence is about yung comfort, di ba? Comfortability na regardless kung pinupuri ka o hindi, you feel confident about it. You feel comfortable na okay akong maging iba sa iba. Tama? Okay. So, yan, malinaw na tayo sa part na yan. Pangalawa, why do we need to invest? Bakit ba tayo kailangan mag-invest sa pagbabangko ng self-confidence or pagkakaroon ng confidence? Bakit ba importante yun?
Ayan lang, binibigyan ka na ng confidence. Sige lang. Paano lang yung sige, okay lang yan. There's no wrong and right or wrong.
Siguro po, para po enough yung courage natin sa mga pagdadaanan.
Okay.
Tama? Okay, next. Bakit ba tayo kailangan mag-invest sa pag-build ng self-confidence natin? Diba? What else? Okay, may isang press. Okay, may isang gusto mag-press.
Kaya po natin kailangan maging mag-invest sa sarili natin confidence is because at the end of the day po, sarili lang po natin yung meron tayo. So we have to build up ourselves po in all aspects. So para po kapag umalis tayo sa comfort zone natin, at least po, kaya pa din po natin with our own self.
Amen.
Lahat ng ano yun, sagot niya tama. Hindi wala kayo tusan yan. But really, it starts from within, di ba? When you feel good about yourself, anong next na nangyayari? You would have more healthy relationships with the people around you. Kasi you feel good, di ba? Parang, ano yan, kumbaga yung bucket na umaapaw, di ba? When you feel good about yourself, when you reach that certain level of comfort, you would also be able to share that kind of energy sa mga kasama mo, sa pamilya mo, and nothing can take it away from you. That's true. Diba? Kahit na sabihin mo, oh, hindi ka naman magaling, oh, hindi ka naman ganyan. When you reach that kind of confidence already, that no one will ever, kumbaga, take away from, o kaya kahit na ano sabihin nila, I know myself, then you would be a productive, not just productive, but a positive member of the community, whether in class or tama ba? Isn't that the purpose of life? Is you share your kumbaga, you share the positivity sa iba't ibang tao, tama? Okay, so self-confidence ba yun when you're looking down on a person just because magaling ka? Oh, okay. So there's also a danger in being also confident by the society standards. So we try to achieve things not because we want to look down on other people, but we want to empower them also. Na they can do their best because you can do it also, right? Okay. So ngayon, pang-apat natin. So how do we do it? How do we become more confident? Diba? Familiar ba kayo sa term, sa statement na blank until you make it? Okay. Ano yung usual statement na narinig nyo about it? Ano? Fake it until you make it. Okay. So, what do you think about it? Is there another way to say it or sabihin natin to do it? Okay. So, ano sa tingin nyo ang iba pang way to do it? Kasi, like for example, ako sige, dito na natin tatapusin. How do we do it? Yung confidence. Ako, naniniwala ako na it's not just faking it until you make it. But you try to work it until you make it. So it doesn't mean na perfect ako ngayon para sabihin I'm there, but I can try to, katulad ng ginawa namin na Ate Cor, na Ate Jamie, try to be in the present moment, try to be present here, diba? Until we make it. So, what other buzzwords pwede natin ikabit? I'm sorry. In replacement doon, i-replace natin yung fake it until you make it. Ano ba yung pwedeng? Do it until you make it. Good. Ano ba? Try until you make it. Great. Ano ba? Strive until you make it. Okay, ano ba? Huwag naman dive. How about forgive yourself until you make it? Tama. Okay, so we keep trying to be the best self na nakakalimutan na natin there's also vulnerability. Diba? I'm not yet there, pero cannot I make it just because I'm not yet there? No. A lot of things in building self-confidence is forgiving yourself. I'm not yet there, I cannot do it, hindi pa ako achiever, hindi pa ako promoted. Yon. So, with that, I end my quote, and thank you everyone for participating. You guys are amazing.
Relate kayo. So, sa mga kabataan, mga tahimik na lumalaban sa, yung, siyempre, wala nakakaalam sa mga ganahan yan yung mga pinagdadaanan, di ba? So, I just want to say, isipin nyo, mahalaga kayo. Mahalaga kayo sa mga magulang nyo, mahalaga kayo sa isa, mahalaga kayo sa mga kaibigan nyo. So, kung ano may nararamdaman nyo, valid yan, valid yan. Pero mas valid yung buhay nyo. Kasi in connection doon sa sinabi ng ate na she tried to take her life. It's not worth it. Diba? Isipin nyo na lang paano yung mga taong may iiwan or iiyak Di ba? So, minsan parang ang bigat ng mundo, magulo, pero huwag kayo susuko. Sabi nga sa Psalm 30 or 18, ito yung pumasok sa utak ko. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Meaning, yung Diyos natin, mas lalo kayo binibigyan ng atensyon. Kaya kayo nandito, kaya kayo nakikinig ngayon sa seminar na to dahil mahalaga kayo sa Kanya. Ino-open up niya yung utak nyo para maging wider, para hindi kayo susuko. Yung proseso, dahan-dahan lang yan eh. Bibigyan nyo lang talaga ng oras para makapag-adjust kayo, makapag-adjust din yung tao sa inyo. Kasi hindi ganun kadali yung pinagdadaanan. I'm sure lahat tayo dumadaan sa ganyan. Like ako, pwede kong sabihin ng kami, lahat naman na dumadaan sa ganyan. So, yung sa pinaka-nadilim mong gabi, tatandaan nyo pag nagsosolo kayo, kasama niyo si Lord. Kung feeling mo wala kang kausap, magdasal lang kayo. Nakikita niya, ramdam niya yung pinagdadaanan nyo. Or bawat luha niyo. Sabi nga, di ba? Yung bawat strand ng buhok natin, bilang ni Lord yan. Totoo yan. So, tatandaan nyo may pag-asa, may dahilan ang pinagdadaanan nyo. May magandang kinabukasan nagiging text. Tandaan na katulad kay ate, kita nyo, okay naman, napo-promote naman. Pero siyempre, yung naging first love niya ngayon, si Lord. Si Lord lang talaga ang katigan, and then everything will fall. Kasi si Lord lang yung magpupulo ng love sa inyo kung may pagkukulangan. So, tandaan nyo, mahal na mahal kayo ni Lord, stay strong. Kung kailangan yung kausap, huwag kayong liyan lumapit kahit sino. Kasi kailangan ko, alam nyo depressed kayo, kailangan kayo may mga kausap. Yun yung moment na kailangan kayo may makausap. Kung wala kayong makausap, si Lord kausapin nyo. Or, nandito yung mga kaibigan nyo, kami, nandito yung mga teachers, no? Prof, kausapin nyo lagi.